So making passive investments comes with a price tag. If you evaluate somebody who's got a deal and you are considering making an investment as a passive investor, they're going to throw out a minimum investment amount. And that usually is going to be about $50,000. And so on one of my last deals, I had a scenario where I was raising money, and I had a friend after we closed the deal who came by and said, "Yeah, I would have liked to have participated, but I didn't have the $50,000 to invest. I only could have done maybe $30,000." And so, what I want you to know is that there's a reason for the minimum investment amount, but also there's wiggle room in it. So I told my boy, I was like, "Hey, if you had to let me know, I would have tried to fit you in a deal. I could have fit you in a deal so you could have invested alongside us, but the minimum investment has to be there." So let me explain what's going on. So as a general partner, as a team, when you have to raise a lot of money, you just can't do it in small increments. The SEC has regulations about how many investors can be in any potential deal. And so if you've got to raise, call it $3 million, you just can't do that in $10,000 increments from a lot of people. It's going to make it a headache. And the SEC just won't allow you to have that many investors in a deal. So oftentimes you have to put the $50,000 minimum there in order to make the numbers work, because that's a general amount. But if you're listed to this and maybe you can't do $50,000, then you could also reach out to that operator and say, "Hey, maybe I could do $30,000 or $25,000," or name your price. You don't know what they're doing, especially if you have a relationship with them. So if you are interested in being a passive investor into some syndications, make sure that you reach out to the sponsor to see if you can't do the minimum, you can do a lower amount than that. But also understand where that comes from. It's not that they're trying to discriminate against people who can't afford that much. It's just that in order to put a deal together, you can't do it with $5,000 checks. Just ain't gonna work. It's too much of a headache. So keep that in mind. Know that there is some flexibility there. And if you're interested in investing passively, then reach out to the sponsors, let them know your situation, and see if you can make something work for you. So hopefully you found that valuable. I will be in the next video with some more information for you along your multifamily journey. So until then, I'll see you next time. Take care.